The GSL Code S. In the upper right, in the yellow.
YoDa Prime.
He actually doesn't even touch the mouse. He uses the force to move the mouse and click it.
Sounds like something Nesty would do.
Yeah. In the bottom center, in the red, he is
MVP MarineKing.
Well, if you remember from our older cast, Artosis, we said, I believe you said Nesty uses the force to control his entire body.
That's right.
It's actually unfair. I was actually laughing. So he doesn't use his muscles. He uses the force to control his entire body. He uses the force to control his jaw to chew his food for him. He actually is kind of corrupt. He uses the force to move the blood through his body
yeah.
and make his heart beat.
Yeah. He doesn't have involuntary muscles.
Yeah.
It's all voluntary for him.
What was he said? What if my entire life, everybody that's watching this, our entire life experience is all just a dream that Nesty had?
Yeah, someone made a YouTube video of that. It's really hilarious.
Yeah.
They zoom out of the universe and stuff, and like, it's really fun.
And everything, your entire life, guys, everything you've experienced is just a dream that Nesty is having now.
These are the questions that philosophers are
trying to solve.
Yeah, it's these are real.
Hey guys, live your life, do what you're gonna do, because one day Nesty is gonna wake up.
Yeah, who knows when?
Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah, he went into the qualifiers. He didn't make it through though, unfortunately. He hasn't really had the results lately. Leenock though, Nesty as a child, Leenock is doing really well right now. He's playing really well.
Well, it'll be a bit of a passive early game.
Yeah, it looks like a very quick factory here from YoDa, whereas it's a Reaper from MarineKing.
What did you do yesterday, Artosis? We got a little bit of downtime. Chat me
Oh,
up
I
here.
was really sick yesterday. Actually, Wednesday during the cast, I was feeling like it's just a little bit under the weather, like I told you.
Yeah.
When we got out, I was like, oh, I don't really feel so good.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
And so I went home, and I went to sleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night with like chills and fever and like really sore throat. And so I just slept like all day yesterday, and I feel a lot better today.
Being sick when you're a grown-up,
little bit of a sore throat, but
it just sucks, man.
It does. There's no school to stay home from.
Yeah, you're not like, oh, great, I get to like.
It's more like I lay in bed and just feel like crap.
Eat some crackers and drink Sprite.
Yeah.
And, play video games.
Unfortunately, I don't live with my grandmother anymore, so who's going to make me grilled cheese,
Yeah, exactly.
Who's going to bring me my saltines?
No, when you're sick as an adult, you're just like, oh, my God.
I just feel bad.
I just lay in bed.
Yeah, so that was my fun day. But, yeah, it was just like a little cold, I guess. It's pretty much little tiny sore throat right now, but it's not bad, so I feel much better. What about you, Tasteless?
I played a bunch of Hearthstone, actually, yesterday.
Oh.
Ton of Hearthstone.
That's good.
It was one of those days where I'm like, well, I just get up and do something. But I can't really leave my house because my knee is still injured. For those of you guys that didn't know, I dislocated my knee like 7 weeks ago. It's still healing.
Right.
So I can't really get out of the house. So I was playing that a bunch and watching some documentaries.
No.
But yeah, man, I had kind of a nerd day.
That's good. That's good. I did that this morning. I watched like maybe 20 VODs of StarCraft. Just caught up on like everything I had missed.
Nice. We actually have the Reaper getting some kills here.
He's pretty badass. Not just this. He's scouting that cloak is on the way.
Yeah.
So that's like really powerful as well.
This is a pretty big deal, guys.
This is a really big deal. That is a lot of kills. Wow. MarineKing going to town. Well, now we know the answer to who wins in a fight, a Banshee or a Reaper.
The age-old question has been solved.
Yeah. Well, look, that's a big deal for a Reaper to scout that plus 4 kills. Just the scouting it is really nice because you're like, oh, okay, I see everything that you're doing. One base tech, I have to defend against this well. But the fact that he killed 4 SCVs on top of that, that is really painful for YoDa. And he saw no command center yet or anything, so I mean, this is a lot of information for him to work with.
Oh, thought he was going to scan there. Stim's about halfway done here from MarineKing. It gets much easier to hold off the Banshees when you have Stim. So you can just get right under him.
Yeah, it looks like...
and we have a push here from YoDa.
Yeah, it's pretty much a 1 base all in, I guess.
Yeah. So it's really up to MarineKing to simply survive this, ideally keep his base on the low ground here. So far, the Banshee's been pretty effective.
Yeah, it's
Second
it's
Banshee's
definitely
here,
harassed a bit. It's really nice to make it so that there's not a bunker up yet, because you have to siege the bunker and then move forward to siege. He can put more direct pressure on now with the siege tanks, as opposed to trying to kill off a bunker first, which buys MarineKing more time. But as you said, with that stim finishing up, I think MarineKing's just going to go to the round of 16. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Yeah. He just has to hang on. You just want to stay back as long as he can.
Yeah, he doesn't have combat
Bunkers are coming up.
shields, so that's definitely an issue.
He will probably pull SCVs
And
with
you know what?
this.
These buildings he's making in front are really nice. If he can get that second siege tank down there in siege, that's really fantastic.
He's hitting the command
Look at
center now.
that.
Command center's floating back now.
I think I
trying to
spoke too
repair
soon.
this.
This is looking pretty good.
He can't quite go up the ramp either with those SCVs. It's in range of the siege tank there, I believe.
MarineKing is staying like very calm during all this. He is sitting back. He is biding his time.
Here we go.
Really.
He's backing up. YoDa's doing a really good job executing this, and this means these SCVs are all going to be picked off.
Wow, that is a ton of
That's
damage.
huge, man. That's actually 23 to 25 as far as workers go. Wow. And he looks like he could just start to leapfrog the tanks forward here.
Yeah.
He's going to make a bunker up over here. So he's going to put this a little bit closer here on the low ground.
That one was a little bit too far forward. A little bit over the top. But you know what? He's about to have medevacs. He's going to have combat shields, 1-1, stim. These are very good upgrades to have.
He's going to get this factory over here. I mean, everything's very well placed. He's pulling the SCVs. It all comes down to this one moment right here.
And this Banshee actually doing some real big work here. The two siege tanks as
totally
well.
Shrek'd.
Wow. Really
This
great
is the
job
whole
here.
Shrek trilogy right here. This is the Shrekany.
Well,
Mike Myers.
yes,
Yes,
indeed.
yes.
We know who the donkey is here, Tasteless.
I think that's going to be GG. It looks like YoDa should move out of this group. He's going to try to pull the SCVs one more time here. With the Banshees up like this and the Marines down here, I don't foresee this being stopped. The DPS is just too high.
Well, that is it. MarineKing going to fall down to YoDa. Very strong push here. Despite it getting scouted, despite losing 4 SCVs, YoDa's showing why everyone does tech openings right now. No one really does openings like MarineKing has done. You know, these types of openings kind of have gone away as of recently in TvT in the past 6 months or so on these maps.
Well, nice all in here from YoDa. The 1-1-1, bringing it back. And MarineKing's not out of the tournament though, guys. He's going to be playing in our final best of
And he
3.
definitely could make it too. Like, he's already beaten Sulky and he's shown that his TVP is pretty top notch. So Son is definitely a possibility to beat as well.
GG. Standard MarineKing, he needs to at least have all of his command centers actually destroyed.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I can't mine
out.
anymore? Okay, maybe you can win this.
YoDa did it, nicely done. He looked a bit pensive before our game started today.
Yeah.
But he played brilliantly. He's the
place.
first out of the group.
Yeah, really well done there.
MarineKing, you know, he really wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, he does. He's got to be careful not to wipe his nose with that, though, because this group is not over yet.
Well said, Artie. We are going to be going shortly here to our fourth best of 3, the losers match. YoDa's back, guys. It's great. We have all the Koreans coming back here playing in the GSL. That's making this by far the greatest tournament. It always was, but now to an even greater degree.
Yeah.
Since all the Koreans are here. The GSL Code S title, guys. First place. That's the most sought after thing in StarCraft II. Every game so tough. These guys training for weeks and weeks and weeks to come to this one place in a very small number of games to prove themselves, to move on.
Well,
Not much stuff is tougher than this.
How far will YoDa make it? You know, it's been a long time since he's been GSL. He's been playing WCS Europe for a while. So, you know, I don't know how far we're expecting him to get exactly. But round of 16 is very respectable.
Yeah, it is. Well, that was a cool TvT. Coming up next, we're going to have a ZVP. Funnily enough, it is Sulky and why am I forgetting? San, who's going to be in the losers match.
Yeah, that's going to be quite a
How
nice
about that?
match. San with some pretty good PVZ. We'll talk more about that when we come back, though, because I think we're going to have the interview first anyways.
Oh, right, yeah, we're doing that now.
16강으로 올라가는
So,
첫
on to the
번째
interview
테란이
with our winner,
탄생했습니다.
YoDa.
그 주인공 최병현 선수 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
So let's meet YoDa, our first,
자, B조 1위로
the first player to get out of the
소감이
group.
어떠세요?
일단 1등 예상하고
So you're first, how do you feel?
네.
그두 번째
Yeah, you know, I
이정우
expected to
선수랑
take
두
the
번째
first spot.
경기에서 유리한 거를 또 스캔을 막 쓰다가
But
져버려가지고
when I had a match against MarineKing in the second set,
위험한데 이 생각했는데
네.
I just
마지막에
overused my
마침,
scans.
네, 운이 좋았던 것 같아요. 빌드가 잘 맞물려서.
최병현 선수 웃어주신다면서요. 왜 살짝
That actually made me lose a set.
네, 감사합니다. 자, 오늘 이정우 선수와 참 박빙 승부인데 그게 참
He says
많이
he actually
아쉬움을
got a little bit
남으셨던 것
lucky in that.
같아요. 훨씬 더 쉽게
So it was a really
예상하셨던
close
거예요.
match against
쉽게
MarineKing.
예상하진 않았는데 그러니까
Did you expect it to be an easy
제가
match?
연습 때처럼 깔끔하게 이렇게 이길 수 있는 판을
I didn't really expect it to be an easy match.
져버려가지고 좀 경기력이 오늘 좀 별로인 것 같아요.
네, 오늘
To be honest, in
프로포즈는 또
some of those games I was a
어떠셨어요?
little bit disappointed in my
준비할 땐 잘
performance.
됐는데 막상 해보니까 초원이
How did you
형이
prepare?
확실히 잘하시더라고요. 그래가지고 좀 힘들겠다 싶었는데
When I have a match against San,
마지막 경기도 원래 진 건데 초원이 형이 방심하셔가지고
he's really tough to prepare for.
네, 그래도 오늘 참 큰 수확이
I thought he
있었던
could win,
게
actually.
2세트가 참 백미였던 것 같아요.
I thought he could have won the last match against me, but he choked.
메카닉 테란이 토스를 상대로 승리를 거뒀습니다. 상대는 계속해서 설마 메카닉? 이렇게 생각을 했었던 것 같은데 그런 걸 오히려 역으로 이용을 하신 건가요?
Well, your opponent
연습하면서
didn't really
네.
expect you to
그
use mechanical
네.
units in
그래서
that
네,
game.
무조건 이긴다고
Tell us about
생각했고
that.
네.
네, 역시나 결국 무조건 이겼어요.
확실한 자신감이 있으셨던 것 같은데 황영재 해설 질문도 들어보겠습니다.
Yeah, I was
네,
pretty confident with my
승리
mech
정말
play,
축하드리고요.
so it worked really well.
계속해서 말씀드리자면 그 데드윙에서 보여줬던 그 메카닉 테란 하실 때 혹시 그 예언자가 빈 자신의 본진에 오고 왔다 간 거 혹시 아시나요?
봤어요. 네.
네, 근데 그때 어땠나요, 느낌이?
빠른 우환이구나 생각했어요.
Did you see that
와서
Oracle
일꾼
peek into your
때리면
base?
곤란했잖아요. 막을
근데
끈이
You said, yeah, I saw
마인이
it.
있어가지고
네.
그냥
아, 그거 믿고.
네.
그리고 이제 그 메카닉 테란을
Yeah, I had a
보셨을
mine in
때도
my base, so
평소
I was
연습 땐 상당히
pretty
승리가
comfortable.
좋았다고는 했지만 그래도 이제 상대가 한번 역전을 볼 만한 여지가 상당히 많았던 것 같아요. 근데 이제 어떤 게 결정적으로 내가 이길 수 있었던 원동력이 된 것 같나요?
You said you were fully confident about your mechanical play.
실수가 너무 많았어요.
but there's a lot of
원래
mistakes back
업그레이드도
there.
3위업 때 나가면
So your opponents could have won.
상대가 안 되거든요, 토스가. 그런데 그것도 깨졌는데 바로 업도 안 돌리고 그리고 막 자잘자잘하게 계속
If I'm against Protoss and I
털려가지고
play mech,
아무래도 대회다 보니까 그래서 그런데 마지막에 제가
the
이길 수
ground
있다고
army is
생각한
pretty strong.
거는 일단 초원이 형 병력
Okay,
구성을
it's
보고
pretty strong against Protoss.
올 지상이
Protoss ground army, excuse me.
올 지상 대 지상은 절대 안 지거든요. 네, 절대 안 져요. 그래서 이겼구나 이 생각했어요.
그리고 이제 그렇게 이제 잘 이제
And since Sun
버텨왔는데
produced only a ground army,
3세트에서도 쉽지 않았습니다.
if I engage
전체적으로
that,
또 초반에 말리게 되면서
I always win the ground army
후반을
versus ground army fight. I always have confidence in that.
마지막쯤에 상대가 이제
interesting.
타이밍을 잡고 이제 난입을 시도하다가 광전사와 주요 병력에 나뉘는 딱 상황이 나왔어요. 그때 뭐 어떤 느낌이었나요, 심정이?
원래 그냥 진짜 분리해서 그냥 한번 와라. 그러니까 초원 형이 한번 오는 스타일이거든요. 그래서
They're going over some of the
진짜
technicalities
거기서
here with the PvT ground army
마침 딱
mech
광전사를
versus that.
나누시더라고요. 그래서
It's interesting the point you made, Artos, is that
역시
you know, it is just so much stronger.
지금이야말로 하늘이 주신 기회다. 이때 무조건 쫓아가야 된다. 네, 그때 앞마당 포기한 선택은 결과적으로 내가 생각해도 잘했다 이렇게 생각되나요?
It is interesting, Artos, that they actually he would say just ground versus ground, my mech is always going to win. I'm sure he's confident with that. It seems like hitting Phoenix to pick up tanks, stuff like that. Pretty strong.
계속해서 뭐 타이밍을 잡으려고 했다가
They're also saying that basically the timing was what really won him that game as well.
업그레이드가 되기 전에 싸운 걸 혹시 알고 계셨나요?
끝나고 코치님이 말씀해 주셨어요.
아, 그럼 본인은 이미 준비가 끝난 상태인 걸로 알고 있었나요?
Did you notice that you were engaging before your upgrades were done? He says, no, I didn't actually notice that, but my coach told me after the
마지막으로도
games
뭐
were done.
3세트에서도 뭐 사실 난입하면서
He says I was a little bit disappointed
다 호용하고
to find that out.
눈도 다 들키고 조금 기분이 나빴을 텐데 그래도 뭐 어땠나요? 그때 당시에?
거기서 안 될 놈인가 이 생각했는데 역시 될 놈이었어요.
네, 참 경기에 여운이 참 많이 남아서 하고 싶은 이야기가 참 많지만 갈 길이 바쁘기
He says there are a lot of
때문에
points in that
바로
mech game where I
다음
could have lost that,
하겠습니다.
but I
저
say
오늘
I got
절대 안
lucky.
진다, 절대 안 진다 이런 말씀도 많이 하셨는데 16강전도 절대 안 질 자신 있으신가요?
일단 요새 연습을 열심히 하고 있고
Any words you want to say to your
좀
fans?
효율적으로 하다 보니까 일단 아무래도 실력이 조금씩 늘고 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 일단 대회 때 진짜
Guys, I still feel like I'm improving and getting better and better. I'm also improving on planning my strategies. If I play as I just did here today,
자신 있으신가요?
then I should get pretty deep in this tournament.
4강 정도 목표로 하고 있어요.
She says, can you win the whole thing? He says, well, I'm not so sure about that, but I'm expecting to make it to the semifinals.
한번 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
That's pretty...
자, 이렇게 해서
Pretty big
오늘
prediction there.
2조에서
That is a big prediction. I predicted he will not make it to the semifinals. All right, these are our events, guys. GSL coins. We've been talking about them. So come to the studio, get a coin, make a cheerful. That's a sign. And if it goes on the camera, you get either 2 coins or a ticket to American Sniper. So, yeah, make sure you do that. Get down to the studio because it's much more fun to watch it here, believe me.
Yeah. You could come up, see the pro gamers.
Yeah.
Get a photo.
Say hi to me and Tasteless.
Yep.
Or just me, as you will. So, yeah, definitely check that out.
We are going to go to a short little break. When we return, we're going to go to our losers match to find out which player will be the first eliminated here in today's GSL.